I never liked being home alone, but that night, I had no choice. My parents had to leave for an emergency, and my sister was at a friend's house. They told me they'd be back by morning. It was just me and the creaks of our old house. I double-checked the locks, turned on all the lights, and even kept my phone close, just in case. At first, everything was fine. I watched some TV, scrolled through my phone, and tried to ignore the eerie silence. But then, around midnight, something changed. It started with a sound, faint, almost imperceptible, a slow, deliberate creak from the hallway. I muted the TV and listened. Nothing. I told myself it was the house settling, but my gut told me otherwise. Then my phone buzzed. A notification from our home security app. Motion detected at front door. Chills ran down my spine. I opened the app, expecting to see maybe a stray cat or the wind messing with the porch light, but the feed showed something else. A man, standing completely still, not moving, not knocking, just staring at the door. He wasn't wearing a mask. He didn't try to hide his face. His eyes were wide, unblinking, locked onto the camera. He knew I was watching. I froze. My mind raced. Do I call the cops? Do I pretend I'm not home? Before I could decide, another notification popped up. Motion detected. Backyard. No way, number freaking. Way I switched the camera feed. There was another man. This one was crouching by the back door, head tilted as if listening. But something was off about him. His posture. The way his limbs twisted unnaturally. Like he wasn't fully human. My breathing turned shallow. My hands shook. I locked all the doors, checked them twice. Then my stomach dropped. The front camera feed cut out. No signal. I was on my feet in seconds, heart pounding. Then the backyard feed cut too. The house suddenly felt way too big, too quiet, too exposed. A soft tap, tap, tap echoed from the kitchen window. I didn't look. I couldn't. I just grabbed the biggest knife I could find and bolted for my room, locking the door behind me. My phone screen flickered. A call from an unknown number. I stared at it, fingers trembling. Then, a text came through. Come out. We know you're alone. I covered my mouth to muffle a sob. My mind screamed for a plan. Call the cops? Hide? Jump out the window? But before I could act, something even worse happened. A whisper, right outside my bedroom door. You locked the wrong door. My heart stopped. Slowly, the doorknob turned. Not rattling, not forced. Just a slow, deliberate twist, like someone testing if I had locked it properly. I backed away, gripping the knife so tight my knuckles ached. My phone buzzed again. Another text. We're already inside. Something creaked behind me. I spun around, my pulse hammering in my ears. My closet door. It was slightly open. It had been shut before. I was sure of it. The gap was barely an inch wide, but in the darkness, I saw it. An eye, watching me. Not just watching, studying. A slow smile curled in the shadows, teeth gleaming in the dim light. I screamed. I lunged for the window, fumbling to unlock it. But just as my fingers found the latch, the lights went out. Pitch black. The closet door creaked open wider. The air grew thick, heavy, as if something else was breathing in the room with me. Then the whisper came again. You shouldn't have looked. A hand, pale and wrong, shot out from the darkness. Cold fingers wrapped around my wrist, tightening with impossible strength. A second hand grabbed my shoulder. Then a third. My screams were swallowed by the dark as more hands reached out from the void, pulling me in, dragging me into the suffocating blackness of the closet. My knife slipped from my grasp. My phone hit the floor. The last thing I saw was the door swinging shut on its own. The last thing I heard, laughter.